Your tattoo needs will be met. Go out there and check them out and let them know AC sent you. And last but definitely not least, Rockstar Plumbing Company out of Chatsworth, California. You can reach them at 818-814-3044 for all your plumbing needs. And now, without further ado, let the show begin. All right, everybody, you guys know what it is. The one and the only, the American Cholo podcast, broadcasting live and directly from North Hollywood, California. My name is Gil, and I am the American Cholo. Man, I haven't said that in a few weeks or months. I haven't really done an interview in a minute, bro.
Well, we're going to start today.
We're going to start today, man. Back by popular demand, Mr. Jose Torres, the herbal indigenous master, man.
Thank you, Gil.
De Aztlan. ¿Cómo estás, carnal?
Bien, hermano. Muchas gracias. Thank you for having me on the platform, man. I'm super excited to be here with you, man. It's been a while. It's been about 3 years now.
It's been a minute.
It's been about 3 years. It's all good. We're here.
Welcome
back
to our humble studio.
Humble is beautiful, man. I love what you've done with the place, man.
It's just a reflection of hard work. Like when I went to your spot, was it in Torrance?
In Torrance.
That's where it was at. It was in Torrance, bro. And I saw your spot, and I went in there and did the whole. Dude, that's a dope place, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. We put a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of money into it because we want people to see that we're a serious company.
Right. And what was the leap that you ended up finally saying, dude, I need a store. I need to do this?
We were at the Santa Fe Spring Swami.
Is that where you guys were at?
We started at the Santa Fe Spring Swami, and then I would say maybe about 6 months into it or so, I felt bad of my customers having to pay that entrance fee to just come and see me.
But they also get to drink a beer and dance on the dance floor.
That's true. I think I might have been doing them a favor then.
So you were at the Santa Fe Spring Swami?
Yeah, we started at the Santa Fe Spring Swami when I was still working out of my own garage making these herbs, and before you know it, we were there and working the weekends. So it was long hours. Putting in a lot of work. My wife, my daughter was, supporting us.
That's dope.
And it was from one thing to another. We started growing and more people started coming. Before you know it, we were like, hey, we got to get a bigger spot. See, but I made the mistake of just pulling up to any little shop, and I thought I was going to just go in there and pull my herbs and see you later. It wasn't that simple. We had to go through the permits. We had to get the health inspection. And, if I would have known that in the very beginning, maybe I wouldn't have done it. But things happen for a reason.
Right. So for a minute there, you were a little frustrated. Like, dude, I didn't know it was this tough.
Yeah. It's tough financially, and it's tough on the mind, and, also providing the right products for the people.
Absolutely.
Because we get tons of questions, and just that alone, it's a lot. It's a lot for, I think, if you're one person, but since I got a great team behind me.
Absolutely.
So that makes it that much better,
Now, how did you yourself get into the herbal remedies?
I had a necessity. I was sick, man. At 28 years old, I was on high blood pressure medication. I was pre-diabetic. I didn't get diagnosed, but I can tell I was pre-diabetic because my sugar levels were always up there. I had major gut issues, man. I had fungus all over my hands, a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, you were that guy?
I was that guy. I had a big old belly. I was about 30 pounds heavier, and I didn't know anything about detoxing the body at that time. I didn't know what herbs work for what part of the organs and such. And before you know it, I started learning. Little by little, I started doing my research and learning about what herbs affect what organs and how they affect the organs.
Right.
Put this over here a little bit. Yeah, and before you know it, I was already started feeling better after a couple of months of taking these herbs and creating my own formulas, and I felt like I was onto something.
So you were your own guinea pig?
Pretty much.
Was there any time you took the wrong thing? Te dio puro chorro, güey?
You know what? 100%, because when I first started learning about Cáscara Sagrada, which is sacred bark, I didn't realize that you can't take too much of it, or too much of it too many times a day, thinking I was trying to detox myself.
You thought it was going to work faster?
I felt like I was detoxing because I was in the bathroom, pretty much throughout the day, on and off. And before you know it, I started doing deeper research and say, oh, shoot, I can't be taking so much of it. You know what I mean? Because what happens is you start pushing electrolytes and all these minerals out of your body.
So how many years have you been doing this now?
I say as a company, 6 years.
Okay.
We were pre-COVID, so we were already at the Swami before COVID even started. Learning about medicinal plants, about 20 years or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you made the leap from the Santa Fe Springs swap meet to an actual, brick and mortar store, did you have a hard time getting the clients back over there, or did they kind of start coming in?
I think it was an easy transition because of the whole social media. Social media. Hey guys, we're popping up at this event, or we're gonna be here, and so on, and people do follow you.
Yeah, no. When I went to your guys' store, my wife and I, first of all, see if you can look it up, Chris. With Aztlan Remedies, right?
Yeah.
Aztlan Herbal Remedies in Torrance.
Herbal Remedies, yeah.
In Torrance. Show them the store. When I walked in there, I was very impressed.
Thank you.
Very impressed. Like this place, it wasn't no swap meet. It wasn't like I could see no shot at them, but you could see some, with a little bit of, ticky tack, let's say. Very classy looking place.
Thank you.
Your wife and your daughter were working, and you guys were busy, bro. I was like, like when my wife and I left, like. We're not haters, fool. So
I appreciate
obviously
that.
we went over to support, and I was like, dude, that's dope. You see how many clientele are coming in there?
We get busy, bro.
Yeah, you guys get busy. La raza sí le gustan los remedies, dude. Like, the herbal stuff.
Well, there's a high amount of Mexicanos, Latinos in general that really, that really understand herbs or know about herbs, but they might not be having the individual knowledge of the herb because, our grandparents, our mothers, our fathers, I think a lot of us have worked, or they have worked with some type of medicinal plant, especially if they're coming out of Mexico or, other countries.
Of course. But I mean, the majority, I don't know if the majority, but a good chunk of medicines that are even made today are a lot of like Amazon plants, extract from this, extract from that. It's from actual, from nature.
Absolutely. Well, even the pharmaceutical industry, they'll find an herb that works for such problem, and they'll extract the main ingredient. But that's the problem that they're causing, is that they're getting too high of a concentration out of that ingredient because they don't realize that the rest of the ingredients in the herb balance each other out.
Okay, and that makes sense.
Yeah, and then before you know it, you're taking a pill, it's causing an issue with your kidneys or your liver or something like that.
So how's the shop working out for you guys now? Now is it?
Oh man, it's amazing, man. I feel like I have a home somewhere where I can actually, put in the work and talk to people.
Well, it's like this, like. I know I'm going to my studio. I know I'm going to do this. And it's away from your house. And you go there and you know what you're going to do. You're going to go there. You're going to go to work. But I can tell you guys really enjoy what you're doing.
We do, man. I'm blessed to have, my wife and my daughter and the rest of my kids, and also my family members and our staff. They're becoming very knowledgeable. So shout outs to them, guys. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart, just because, they do the things that I don't do anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? Running the store, I'm not there as much as I used to be because I'm doing a lot of behind the scenes and growing the company.
Now, here's some pictures that Chris has, and I want to look at that machine. Huh? Oh, yeah, let's do it, please. Look at that.
Yeah, that was for Day of the Dead. We put the papel picado in there. We decked it out for Day of the Dead. That's the scanner that we offer.
Okay, now what's this? Talk to me. I did the whole scanner. Talk to me. What's that doing? How's it work?
Well, it's really good, man. I'm a technician by trade. I've been working in the technical industry for many, many years. I want to say close to 30 years.
Okay.
And technology with the old school herbs work really well for what we do. So I'm able to look into a person's body without having to give up any blood samples, urine samples, or even, saliva samples, in order to see and assess the person and see what's going on with them and how the internal organs are functioning. Based on that, then we customize something for each individual person because we don't all have the same problem.
Right.
And we're not all the same. The medical system, I believe, nothing, but the medical system treats everybody as they're just a number, right? And treats everybody the same, but they don't realize that everybody's different. We have different DNA and different blood types and a whole bunch of different things.
That's right. Now, how long have you had that machine for?
I want to say over 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very effective for what we do.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. You're like, what's going on here? Take your shoes off. Go on.
You get nervous?
No, I don't think I got nervous. But you get I guess you get a little bit of.
Some people do.
I guess a little small anxiety. Like my wife, she wouldn't want to do it. She doesn't like that. No, I'm not gonna get out there. I'm like, no. I said I wanted the full experience. And after that, after you do the machine, then you took me into your office there. Mm-hmm. We had a sit down and we went case by case. Say you this, and I recommend you. So to me, it was a great experience all around, bro.
Very eye opening for the person that doesn't know how their body's functioning. So I guess you can say we're herbalists, but we're also therapists because we have to sort of break down the information on people, what to do, what not to do. And, I would recommend most people obviously change their diet. You know,
course.
that's going to be a big part of it. So we educate people on what they do, what they should be doing in order to get their health better.
Now, as far as, let's say, and we'll get some phone calls here. Let's say you want to bring your sugar down. What's something you would recommend for somebody?
There's different plants, man. I mean, you'd be surprised, just one plant can do a lot for a person. One plant has multiple uses. So imagine having, a blend of something that helps you for multiple things. I think you want to work on the pancreas, which is the most important thing. That's the organ that creates the insulin for the body. There's herbs like prodigiosa, which is probably the most bitterest herb you're probably ever going to taste in your life. They have nopal. Obviously, I don't know if you ever heard nopal traditionally used to control sugar. We have herbs like insulina plant, which is known as an insulin plant. It's a plant that you eat, or you can drink, or you can take in a tincture, and it's going to control your sugar naturally.
Okay. Hey, Chris, let's put the number up. Put it on the left corner, because I want people to call in. Like I said, this for sure was backed by popular demand.
Thank you, man.
People have been hitting me up on the lives for the longest. When you can get them back, when you can get them back,
Yeah.
and I was like, he's doing this thing with his shop right now. We're doing our thing, and today's a perfect opportunity. So if you guys, this is your opportunity to call up and get any answers that you want as far as remedies goes. Now, Mega Man said Sebi's Dr. Sebi, right?
Yes, Dr. Sebi.
He is world renowned for speaking about stuff like this, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. He made a name for himself. Dr. Sebi is an immigrant from Honduras.
That's right. Shout out to my boys Catrachos.
There you go. So he came into the country, I want to say in the 70s, and he looked for different ways to heal himself because he was battling a lot of health issues. Eventually, he traveled different parts of the world and trying to find different therapies and different herbs, I believe. And he ended up in Mexico, recommended by one of his friends. He talked to a curandero out in Morelos, and then the curandero taught him how to detoxify himself, told him all about fasting, told him about certain indigenous herbs, and he ran with it, because he's seen it work for himself. So he wanted to spread that knowledge to the rest of the world, which he did.
Why do you think he would get so much like pushback from people? Because it seemed like there was a campaign to try to just I don't know if smut up his name was the word, but it was pretty much to to make people believe that what he's saying just wasn't real a lot of times.
I think that stems from the higher ups, man. I think medical system, they see somebody healing people, doing what they're not doing, and I think that they're gonna put some kind of campaign out there to be able to, try to
discredit him.
Exactly.
That's what they were trying to do, right? For many years. Yeah, I seen that. We had a chat over there that said, "How do you feel about marijuana?"
Nothing wrong with marijuana, man. It's an herb.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's created by God.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just don't
Chris.
alter it.
Well, I think the issue with it nowadays is like the waxes. To me, that's too hardcore, bro.
It's like talking about the pharmaceutical industry getting that one concentrated ingredient and strengthening it or heightening it. Same thing we're doing with the marijuana.
Pero también fuman de más, güey. Like,
I don't want to start dabbing and all that, man.
Dabbing and
nothing against it, man, but it's just a little too much.
And fools be taking like not even a joint. Now it's a blunt to the head. Like, how high can you get, player? But it seems like that's just a cool thing with the young guys, bro.
I think it is, man. I think if you guys were to tone it down a little bit, stick to the plant. I mean, try to grow it yourself and make sure you know what you're putting into it.
Do you carry any of that stuff? Not the marijuana, but the one with the alcohol, güey.
For the rimas, huh?
Pues sí, todas las señoras used to have
They
that.
do, man. They get the marijuana leaves and they put it right into the alcohol.
And that's from way back when.
That's from way back when,
right?
Man. Yeah.
That's always, and that's works. That's the older Latina ladies knew about that before there was the THC and all this stuff that people would give you for joint pains and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. That is the original CBD, crema that you put on yourself, And it's in alcohol because alcohol helps extract the benefits of the leaf. And then obviously when you put alcohol onto your skin, it absorbs into the skin really easy.
Okay, now what do you have? Like with me, and I don't know if it's like tennis elbow or I started getting like one of these softballs, started hitting it. I press here and I'm getting nerve pain all the way up here.
Yeah.
So what do you have anything that you can?
I would probably give you something for inflammation to start with to work on it from the inside out. I do have a really good body butter. You got to try it. It's a magnesium body butter.
Body butter?
Yes, it's not crema.
That sounds sexy,
natural. Well, it can be. It can be if you use it correctly, but it's really good for muscle aches, tendons, and if you have a stiff neck or something like that, it's really good for those things.
Okay, now we have that high blood pressure. What do you got?
High blood pressure, one of the indigenous herbs that indigenous people have been using for many generations, I want to say thousands of years, it's called flor de manita.
Flor de manita?
Flor de manita, it's a really beautiful flower. It comes out of a tree. It looks like a little tiny hand. The husk of the flor de manita has this medicinal benefits that's good for stress, anxiety, blood pressure issues, heart palpitations, and it's good for sleep if you drink it in the evening. It's called flor de manita.
Now, where do you get most of your product from?
90% of my herbs come out of Mexico.
Okay.
All right. We do have some herbs that come out of Peru, and we have some herbs that are here locally that we source it from. But the majority of the loose leaf herbs, they come out of Mexico.
I saw when I went to your store in the background, I mean, I'm not capping, but it almost looked like a Breaking Bad video, bro. It looks like you have all kind of stuff back there.
It's like a mini laboratory?
Yeah, like a mini laboratory. So it seems like you're getting some of the stuff in your...
We're processing and making. We make everything from scratch, man. Our capsules are made from scratch in our own warehouse. We have a 6,000-foot warehouse in Carson that we were able to get into.
Nice.
We do our shipping there, all our e-commerce shipping from there, but we also make our tinctures, we make our capsules, and we bag all our herbs and stuff like that. And, I would say the majority of stuff that we have, it's 100% as natural as possible.
Okay.
I would say there's hardly anything in there that you're going to take that's not going to, that's going to have a filler or it's going to have some other type of chemical in there or something like that. It's going to be as natural as possible.
Mega Man, appreciate that 1999 super chat, my man. How do you cure, what is that?
Eczema. Oh, yeah. So eczema is going to be a gut issue. We all have bacteria in our gut. We have good bacteria. We have bad funguses. One of the biggest fungus that hurts a lot of people, and most people have it, and they don't realize, we all have it, but we don't realize we have an overgrowth of, it's called Candida fungus. Once you start rebuilding your gut flora by taking in probiotics, fermented drinks, there's different beneficial bacteria that overwhelm the Candida fungus. And by detoxing your gut, you can overcome eczema. I had really bad fungus on my hands. If you were to see some pictures, it was really bad. So I was able to do it just by taking antifungals.
Now, I've seen that on people where I mean, it's straight fungus, bro.
Straight fungus.
And so what do you do with that? You take that?
Yeah, so there's a Candida detox that we offer. It has pau de arco, it has olive leaf, oregano leaf, and it has a grapeseed extract. That's a gentle antifungal, and it's really good for reducing a lot of that fungus. And eventually, once you start cleansing the gut from that stuff, even if you have fungus on your nails, it's going to help improve it.
Now, what's that fungus from?
Fungus it's like I said, everybody has this Candida fungus. Even women, they have it in their vaginal area.
Right.
But when it becomes an overgrowth, how does it become overgrown? By taking in sugar, processed foods, all this processed foods and stuff like that. So what happens is that fungus, that Candida fungus, it lays roots down on the inside of your intestines, right? And it can cause leaky gut and a whole bunch of bad stuff. What people don't realize is that fungus is one of the things that's causing cancer in people. After doing the research and finding out, and I had it really bad, so I had to do something about it. If you can see it on the skin, the intestines are even worse.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about
Absolutely.
that. I've noticed, and I actually got some medicine from the dermatologist, but what would somebody do with a natural, like when you start getting little small bumps in the back of your neck? And a lot of people suffer from that after you get a haircut or whatever it is. I'm not sure what it's from. You guys got anything for that? Yeah,
we do. So there was a young guy that came into our shop one time, and he had very similar issues, but it was pretty bad on him. I just gave him the herbal detox. The guy detoxed his gut for 60 days. He came back, and those bumps were completely gone.
Oh, shit.
Anything on the skin is going to go through the gut.
So I take it you get a lot of return customers over there.
Yeah. I'd rather have return customers than return product.
Facts. Let's see what you got. How can I reverse type 2 diabetes? Is there a way to do that?
Yeah, there is, man. Diabetes. Look, I think a lot of people think it's a difficult thing. For me, it's not a difficult thing. That might be one of the easiest things that you can do for yourself. Number one is cut out the sugar, diet, exercise, build muscle mass. Muscle actually eat up all the sugar in the body.
Okay.
So if you have low muscle mass, most likely you're probably going to have issues with high insulin issues. You can take our sugar control capsule, which is something I formulated for diabetics, specifically for diabetics, and it's working for a lot of people.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you're seeing
it's like a natural metformin or these medicines that doctors be giving you.
So do you see people coming in and telling you, man, my doctor said, how do you?
Absolutely, man. I get tons of people coming back and giving me their feedback because I ask them to give me their feedback. I do the scan. I'm saying, look, if you feel good, please give me your feedback. That way I can tell other people.
Okay.
So I've gotten tons of people coming back. You can look at our reviews on our website. Those are real reviews. The unfortunate thing about our reviews on our website is that we had to remove the ones when people were talking about, I got rid of my cancer, it got rid of my diabetes because they were dinging us. They shut down our website for a couple of hours until we removed all those bad reviews or those reviews that were talking about that. You can ask my wife right there. So we had to keep it.
Hotline.
I'm glad you have Aztlan Remedy back. It's been a long time coming.
See, of course,
that,
man.
Thank you.
Back by popular demand.
Yeah,
Hey, can you turn the TV off, TV down behind you, please?
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah,
It's not me.
problem.
I'm at work.
Oh, okay, okay. Go ahead.
I called you yesterday. Remember, I was telling you I was at work. I'm like,
Yes, I do.
Podcast. Yeah. I work at Coca-Cola.
Yeah, for sure. You work the third shift, the late night shift.
Órale. Talking to the enemy right here.
Yeah, but man, he's back over here. You got any questions for him?
Yeah, well, I mean, I just really want to I don't want to sound like a groupie or nothing like that, but I actually want to praise him a little bit because without him, everything that he posted on Instagram, I wouldn't know a lot of things. And him doing that, posting it, making our people like open our eyes and wake up was good for our gut, how to cleanse your body. I wouldn't know anything. And to be honest, I have placed orders online for his store, and like questions. He pretty much answers everything. Like when he posts all the videos on Instagram, when I think about it, like, man, what can I do with this? How can I cleanse myself? What kind of tea? And then all of a sudden he's there. You know what I mean? Like he's hearing me.
Well, you know what? That's all. I give all the glory to God, man.
That's
God's
right.
the one that puts all this information in me, man. You know, I give all the glory to God because this is God's medicine, man. You know, so I mean, we cannot try to be smarter than God, man. And I'm glad you're giving me that feedback, and I'm glad that at least I'm having some type of effect on people, and I really appreciate that feedback because it motivates me and it keeps me pumped up to keep doing it.
Absolutely, brother.
Look, and to be honest, I've been wanting to go to your store, but I live over here in Rancho Cucamonga, and I know you're in Torrance, and sometimes that drive, it's like the traffic is so like 2 hours to get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that, man. I mean, like that's the purpose of having the shipping. But you know, if you can come by at the store one day, man, come by, say hi, man. I would love to meet every single one of you guys, man, in person, man. That'd be awesome.
On a Saturday.
Anytime, yeah.
And to be honest, you saying that I've been wanting to, like I said, I don't want to sound like a super fan or nothing like that, but I really want to shake your hand because you don't understand how much you helped me. And like even sharing your information, I gave it to my family, like sharing your posts and pictures that they have actually considered and they have taken in remedies from your own store, you know what I mean? And it helped a lot. And I just, as a man to man, bro, I really hope I see you one day and shake your hand because I can't even say anymore. You know
hey, man, I really appreciate that, brother. I didn't get your name, man.
Oh, Jacob.
Jacob, it's a pleasure, man. I really appreciate that. You know, you don't realize the effects you're having on people because you're too busy in your own world. And, you know, listening to it makes me want to shed a tear, man. And I really appreciate that, bro.
I actually appreciate you coming back. And I think you did an interview, right, like 2-3 years ago with Gil. And I was just like, man, when is it coming back? When's it coming back? You know, like, and I thank Gil for reaching out and you actually responding and you guys having this episode today. You don't know how much it means to me to share that with my family, my mom, my aunts.
Yeah,
they're older now. So,
thank you. Yeah, I appreciate Gil giving me the platform as well, man. Trust me, it's everybody has a gift, man. God gives us all a gift. You know, so we all have something to give to people. The more you can do for others, you know, I think it's a really good thing. You know, there's a saying that goes, in order to be loved, you have to love others. In order to heal, you have to heal others.
Facts.
All right. Well, hey, man, thank you for the.
Thank you, Jacob. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you very much, man. Maybe,
maybe take care.
I look forward to meeting you one day, brother.
That's
appreciate you.
Yeah, I'll stop by one day. Have a good one, Gil.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
Great vibe,
awesome,
right? Great energy.
Love it, bro.
Yeah, Jacob's another one's been calling. And like I said, a lot of people have been different individuals. When are you going to have back? When are you going to have back? When are you going to have back? Because, yeah, this is something that... We got another one? It's something that's great for the raza to sit there.
That's cool.
Hotline. Chris can answer. Oh, it's Tony Blazer. They don't... Hotline.
Tony.
There's a Tony. Tony's barely getting home from work right now. He'll call back right now. Big Tony. Tony's there you go. Told you. Hotline. Tony. What up, fool?
What up, Tony?
Well, good.
Talk to us, homeboy.
Bro. Hey, so I just came across this stuff called chlorophylla. I guess it's like good for stomach ache, malestar, all that stuff. Do you know, is that natural? Is it like some chemical stuff? Have you heard of it?
Yeah, you're talking about chlorophyll, right? So
yeah.
Chlorophyll is the blood of the plant, and it matches our blood. So imagine eating leafy greens. Anything that's leafy green has chlorophyll in it. And it's really good for our body. It helps as an antioxidant. It's going to help us remove a lot of oxidative stress, which is the stuff that causes cancer. And it matches our blood, so it has a lot of nutrients in it. It has a lot of minerals in it. So you're taking a really good product, man, as long as you get a good source.
Yeah, I stopped giving my kids Pepto and stuff, Tums, whatever, when their stomach hurt. And I just put a little bit of chlorophyll. I dilute it with water, and it cleared, like, they feel better instantly. And I'm like,
wow. Yeah, it could be that they're missing some nutrients, and that supports them in that way. You might also want to give them some cuacharalate. It's a little hard to pronounce, a little hard to spell, but
sounds like a chancla instead of the head, bro.
I got also I don't know, how do you feel about giving kids melatonin for sleep?
Nah, man.
The drug-free one.
Nah, man. I wouldn't even give myself melatonin, to be honest with you. Melatonin is an artificial synthetic product or something that we naturally create. If you want to have better melatonin, get out in the sun a little bit, take off your gafas and your shades and stop being inside a bunch of artificial lights and go out in the sun a little bit and get that sun ray in your eye, because it creates more serotonin. So in the evening, your body can create its own natural melatonin. And I get it. People are stressed out there and people can't sleep, and it's very difficult to do. And I had the same problem here and there. You might want to look into taking magnesium glycinate. You can also give it to your kids. You can give them a little bit of ashwagandha, and that'll put them to sleep without jeopardizing their melatonin supply or messing up their circadian rhythm, which is the rhythm of the earth, the rhythm of our bodies, to be able to sleep better.
All right, one more.
Sure.
Still on the topic of sleep. So it's going to sound funny, but there's a plant or like a little thing que se llama pito.
¿Se llama qué?
It's like pito. It's like a frozen little, like, it looks like kind of like a caramel seed, but like it's a producto maya. Apparently they cook it with beans. It's in the frozen section. And my dad, someone that was Salvadorian told them, like, hey, we put this shit in beans, like it'll help you sleep. And it was in the freezer, And my dad was like, Pito, what the fuck? Like, he thought the guy was like...
Pito helps you sleep, bro?
Yeah, right. No, Chris.
I never heard of it, man. Sorry, bro.
That's why I said it. It was funny. It's like a Mayan product.
Okay.
It's in the product of Maya. It's in the freezer section. You can find it anywhere.
Is it spelled Pito, P-I-T-O?
P-I-T-O. I should you not. Yeah.
I'm going to look it up, man. That sounds very interesting.
Palo de Pito.
Oh, it's called Palo de Pito.
Hasta Palo de Pito, güey.
Like
yeah, my wife just confirmed it.
So my dad he swore that shit helped him go to sleep. And I used to clown him. Everyone clowned him. My homie goes in my freezer and he goes, Pito, what the fuck? And he starts cracking up. But my dad swore by that shit because my dad had trouble sleeping. This is before melatonin. I'm talking like 04, 05. I'm sure it was out, but it wasn't like how they're giving it to everyone now,
Yeah.
And I just remember, so that's why I was kind of asking maybe if you knew something about it. But
no, traditionally in Mexico, the Aztecs and other indigenous communities normally use passiflora, which is passion flower, valerian root, and lavanda, which is lavender, and flortilla, which are most blends that you see that are good for nervous system. They have those herbs in it.
All right. Hey, look up that Pito stuff. I'm lying,
gonna, man. I'm gonna, man.
It sounds funny.
Just careful which one you look up, bro.
Yeah, just make sure.
Careful which one you look up, bro.
Yeah. It sounds funny as shit, but I swear my dad swore by it.
Okay, man. Thank you for that information. And if you guys want some Pito out there, we might have it soon.
Dude, I got
Tony's gonna go to Torrance for that Pito, bro.
I got 3 kilos of that shit right now.
Hey, appreciate it, Tony.
All right, brother. Cuídate,
Later,
man. Gracias.
Yeah, with my thing is, what the sleeping is what causes like not sleep. Like me, my brain just won't stop, bro. My brain is unless I gotta take something, it won't shut up. It just keeps going.
Well, I mean, if I can call you a little bit of ADHD, I think you have a little bit of that, and I have a little bit of that. So it could be somebody that's
Hotline.
We'll get back
Hey,
to it.
American Cholo, how's it going, man?
Oh man, this is the famous Alabama Mexican, homeboy.
Alabama, all right.
Alabama. Meet Jose
Hey.
Torres, man.
What's up, brother?
Aztlan
Hey.
Remedies.
I'm learning a bunch of stuff, man. I like it today, man.
Okay, good. We're switching it up, baby. We're switching it up over here. Talk to me. You got any questions?
What you got for me, man?
No, but I got a plug on that pito.
Man, we ain't gonna let that one out. We're gonna let that one down all day, man.
Hey, how do you get rid? He's gonna ask you how you get rid of STDs from your cousin, bro.
Oh God.
That's Jack.
What's up,
Hey.
Bama?
I know herbs are better than taking pills because the pills, you don't know what they can do. I was gonna ask the gentleman, what's your name? I just forgot your name.
Jose Torres.
Jose. Is there like a better option for women when it comes to the Plan B pill? Like, do you sell anything for that?
I'll be honest with you, brother. That's something I don't recommend to anybody, man. Just because I'm pro-life, man. I mean, to each of their own, and I'm sure you can Google search that stuff, man. But in order, if you're trying to prevent pregnancy, there's an herb known as pennyroyal or poleo. If your wife takes that,
Hey, hold on. Let me write it down.
yeah, it's called pennyroyal or poleo. You can take that, but I'm not gonna talk about aborting herbs and stuff like
How
that.
about just buy some Trojans and call it a day, Bama?
Yeah, man. Get the sensitive
Right,
ones.
I'll do that too. All right.
It's called pennyroyal,
Hey,
man.
hey, you know what? I used to have a girlfriend with eczema, man. I wish I would have heard this podcast. I broke up with her because of that too,
Oh man, you could have healed her and she would have loved you forever.
Shit. He still sees it at the family reunions, man. Don't trip.
That's cool.
I'm gonna call her back, man.
Call your aunt. So call my cousin over here. All right, Bama, man.
Damn.
Appreciate it,
Hey,
fool.
one more.
Go
Hey,
ahead. One more.
One more.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joe Rogan sells this thing called Alpha Brain. Do you
Yeah.
have something similar like that?
You know what? I don't know what's in it, to be honest with you, man. I stick to strictly plants. If you're trying to get better memory, take some ginkgo biloba.
Ginkgo biloba.
Ginkgo biloba. Take some ginkgo biloba. We have a tea called Cerebro, and we also carry the ginkgo biloba tincture. Take some of that. Carries more oxygen to your brain. It's good for memory and focus.
Really? Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, well, keep on teaching, man. I like
Thank
it
you,
today.
man.
Something different, man.
Appreciate
That's
it, brother.
right. Appreciate it, Bama, homie. All love.
Hey, take care, you guys.
God
Thank
bless,
you.
man. Thank you.
That's a low. How long has Bama been around now? For 8 months? A year? It goes quick, bro. Not even that long, huh?
Yeah, I don't think that long.
I don't think that long, but he's already growing on us, bro. He's already growing on us. $5 super chat from Sergio C. Appreciate that, my man. Shout out Jose, true healer. Gracias, hermano.
I appreciate that, Sergio. Thank you, bro.
You got another one coming in right now, Chris? That's what I want. Call him up, people.
Hey, Jose Torres.
What's up, fam?
Hey, hey, give me your opinion on taking mushrooms, the adaptogenic type, just everyday mushrooms in your food.
Yeah,
or
like
even,
lion's mane,
some
those type of reishi mushrooms, and those type of mushrooms?
Correct.
Or
yeah.
you're talking about psilocybin, which is the magic mushrooms?
No, not that one. Just
Okay.
the edible type and the over-the-counter type.
It's a fungus. I'm gonna tell you that it's a fungus. So if you're gonna get a good source, make sure you get a good high quality source. Don't go buy something from the Botanica around the corner thinking you're gonna get a high quality product, because a lot of these products, they're starting to come out that they don't have exactly the amount that they say they're supposed to have.
Okay.
So get yourself a high quality product. I don't work with mushrooms. Unfortunately, we don't have that. We do have a mushroom tincture, but just because people were asking for it. But I don't work with mushrooms, but I know it's really good for cognitive health, good for memory, good for focus. So I think that we're just talking about it. So that's something else that you can take for memory, which would be mushrooms.
Really?
Lion's mane is really good for your brain.
Or are these just regular mushrooms? Like
These are specific mushrooms that some people, cultivate and they grow and stuff like that in clean environments and all that.
But you won't get a trip off those? Like
No,
the hallucination?
no. It has benefits. It has minerals. It has nutrients in it. You have to be careful of the source, because you start growing fungus and this other type of fungus, and if you
shit.
get the wrong stuff, it can cause issues in your body.
Okay.
Make sure you get a clean source, man. Look for a large company that's doing things correctly.
You get that call?
Yeah, I bought mine I bought mine from Marvelous Minds.
Oh, no,
and,
good luck, homie.
my thing shrank on me.
Hey, watch
All right,
out
have
when
a
you
good
work on
night,
the
guys.
flat earth,
Thank you,
fool,
bro.
Nate. Yes.
All right.
Chaz says, what's up, Gil? Chat, cherries, cranberries, pomegranate leaf, greens, and fish are good for the liver. Are they good for the liver?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Cranberries, pomegranate, green leaves, yeah, fish are good for the liver because of the natural oil that it has. You can also take herbs like quassia. Quassia bark is very bitter, but it's really good for your liver. One of the biggest ones is milk thistle.
I see you have beautiful hair, bro.
Thank you, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
And now, is that real or is that implant?
It's not a wig, bro.
Okay, just
it's
check
real,
it.
man.
Is there anything, especially for men, that you can take to like not so much stop the hair loss but to keep it full and thick so you don't start losing it?
So you got to bump up your testosterone naturally. You know, enough of that TRT injections and all that. Take RT. It's called Masculino.
Masculino?
Masculino, it'll bump up your testosterone levels. It's good for testosterone, and that should help you. And you can also take CMOS.
So Masculino, CMOS, and some
CMOS has collagen in it.
palo de pito, and
and some palo de pito, and you're good, bro. You'll be good for the rest of the year.
and you're good for the week.
And you're good, bro.
Okay, so but that helps with the hair.
Yes, it does, man. Especially CMOS. I got people that come into the store, especially a lot of women and older senoras, nutrient deficient, and they tend to lose a lot of hairs, very brittle nails, and stuff like that.
Right.
They start taking CMOS for a couple of months, and their hair's getting thicker, their nails are improving. I seen it in myself, actually.
That CMOS has gotten very popular in the last few years, right?
Remember 3 years ago, we were chatting about it.
Yeah,
it was
for
barely
sure.
taking off, and you got to find the right source again. You make sure you don't get a farm CMOS. We have a wild crafted one that comes out of Peru, and it's the cleanest you're ever gonna find.
Really?
In that kitchen inside of our store, that's exactly what we make in there.
So what do? They ship it to you in boxes and
Yeah.
Ziplocs or what?
No, yeah, we get it shipped. We get it shipped directly from Peru. It's a very, very clean product. It's wild crafted, none of the farm stuff.
And what exactly is CMOS, bro? I've heard the name all the
It's a
time.
marine algae. It's a seaweed. It's a specific seaweed that's edible.
It's not the one that you're been swimming. They have these little bubbles on it.
No, well, that's actually bladderwrack, and that one is really good. There's also kelp, and you see those, movies where they have animals and they're in the ocean. You got
Yes.
these big old long ones. That's more of a kelp, and it does have its benefits, but not every algae not every seaweed is edible.
Okay.
And I know a lot of Japanese and Asian countries. They love seaweeds, and they're the ones that have less thyroid issues because they eat higher amounts of iodine. Right here in the U.S., they tell you eat this much iodine, then you wonder why people have thyroid issues. Get more iodine into your body, and your thyroid is going to improve.
Well, the food also in the United States is horrible, bro. Like,
Yeah, unfortunate it is, man.
Right?
Yeah, go to Mexico, go to other Latin American countries where you're eating more natural food, and you're gonna feel that much better. It's the food here.
yeah, because even like everything has sugar in it. Everything has food coloring in it. They put there's all kind of stuff that here in the United States we sell. In the UK, they don't even sell that stuff, bro. They're like, no,
Oh,
that
they
stuff's-
won't. They won't even allow it. I would say the standard American diet's one of the biggest lies that they created for us. They programmed us so we were
Pyramid,
kids.
right? The one they showed and said,
Yeah,
eat this,
man.
eat this.
I think on our last podcast we were talking about milk. You know what I mean? That's first of all, stay away from milk. You know what I
milk,
mean?
bro. No cereal with milk.
Posita, most milk has pus in it, and we were talking about that day, and something somebody called in talking about that, and he made a lot of good points that milk it causes mucus, it causes inflammation in the body. The only milk you should be drinking is your mother's breast milk. Other than that,
No, I'm too old for that.
Once you get off of it, you shouldn't be drinking it anymore. But you can use alternatives like some almond milks that are made really well, some hemp milk and stuff like that. So
So you tell me they were lying to them and said milk does the body good, bro?
it does the body something. I don't know if it's good though.
Well, they got sued and they had to take that slogan off,
Yeah,
right?
they did. Yeah, because I think it was creating, a misconception of people thinking that, you can just drink milk and you're healthy for the rest of your life.
Now, it was great marketing from them.
Oh, big
from them,
time.
it was a great marketing.
Oh, yeah,
And
they made tons
they
of
made
money on
billions. Yeah, so for them to take it down after, hey, we had our good run.
But yeah, they get sued for 100 million when they made 10 billion. I mean,
Works good, right? It's good.
cool.
It's a good business
That's
practice.
a good business practice.
Now, why does it have? What do you mean it has pus in it, bro?
Yeah, so the food industry, they allow a certain percentage of pus.
Like
and
real pus?
Real pus,
Like when you
man.
get cut and
Brother,
you
the
have
cows, you see them with a big old cyst, man. They go in there and pop the cyst, and you see all this pus coming out. Yes, bro.
bro.
They shoot them up with antibiotics and all these artificial hormones and stuff like that. These animals, and not to knock on not to knock on people eating meat, because I still eat some here and there. But even those animals have cancer, and they chop them up and feed it to us.
Oh, I was seeing that on. Hold on, we gotta. This is the milk industry right now.
about to get us, huh?
Hotline.
Hey, what's up, Gil? What's up, Jose? This is Mega Man.
What's up, Mega Man? Talk
bro?
to us,
How
homeboy.
you doing, brother?
Pretty good. I'm gonna tell you, this guy is something else. I'm gonna tell you, Rothschilds and Rockefellers are watching my stuff right now. So whatever I say, I have to be very careful what I talk about, because what he was saying on the comments were, about cancer, parasites, and all, you have to take it all down, is that you're seeing what's going on is like, hey, Trump's taking office right now, Robert F. Kennedy, you might as well start curing people. What's your cure for cancer? So now you're seeing certain people, doctors and everything, what happened in Brazil with that plane. 8 people died, the Malaysians that disappeared. There are certain people that knew the cure for cancer, and everyone's getting killed, left and right because of the Rothschilds and Rockefellers in Israel. And this is the thing. It's like people are waking up because now with social media, people are using your algorithm, parasites, how to cure, Dr. Sebi, remedies, whatever you can do to heal your body from COVID or from processed foods and everything. Because now with the military industrial complex and everything, with big pharma, it's like people, it's hard to pretty much the way guys and everyone, it's hard to eat stuff because you don't know if it's going to kill you or not, because we're going through a depopulation, and the elites, the global elites, are trying to do whatever they can to kill much of us they can for this whole new agenda, new world order, and smart city.
Yes, sir. I mean, you're well awoke, brother, and I've always known that about you, man. So that's we can go into some deep rabbit holes, man. To be honest with you, man, and
Yes.
I agree, man. I can tell you that much.
He's trying to get my channel fucking banned right now, bro.
He's gonna shut us down, bro. Easy, man.
That's what he's trying to do. Trust me.
Look, you know what? I just want to say, I'm glad that Gil invited you on, because
Thank you.
we have to wake people up, because look at what's going on. Like, people can't afford to go to the hospital, so we have to go to herbal remedies and all, because there's people out there who are working and they can't get no benefits or anything. And it's like, I have to be okay to work because there's people depending on us. And if you go to the hospital, then you have a big bill and people can't afford it.
Yeah.
So that's why people are looking to herbals and everything to stay better, don't get sick and everything, and be healthy and watch what you do or anything, because people are depending on you to work another day.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, look, Mega Man, I'll tell you like this, man. Pharmaceutical industry and going down that path, it's step XYZ. We should be worried about herbs, which is step ABC.
That's right.
Let
Correct.
that be the first steps that you get into to prevent. Preventative medicine is the best medicine, right? So the more you can do of that, prevent these issues. So later on down the road, as you get older, you're not going to have to end up on dialysis or, some type of medical treatment that they have to do on you because your body can no longer handle it.
I'm telling you, man, Dr. Sebi, he was the one who cured a lot of diseases, and also a lot of people. I pretty much know. This is my theory. I feel like he was taken out not because he cured cancer and AIDS and all, but I feel that he was taken out by the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, because now what's going on is he made cures, for eczema and autism. Look what's going on now. There's kids, 1 in every 40 kids have autism, have eczema, have this. And he was the one who was curing all that stuff. And this is what's going on. You have to be careful what you eat, because right now you see what's going on in the world, in the United States. They're burning up farms, pasteurized milk and anything, pretty much like they want us to be sick, and that's it. It's the global elites is like, hey, we're rich, we get the best health food and everything, and we're just going to just pretty much the way put whatever drugs are in the milk or anything that we eat, it's only the way just to kill us. Because, I mean, if you read the book, the 300 Committee, close to 3 to 6 billion people are going to be, killed, because it's crazy. Because I work at a certain store, and I have to be careful what I have to drink, because this is the thing. Do we make the time and effort, Gil, Jose, and everyone else? When you look at the nutrition, and it tells you the remedy, this is what the chemicals that they have. Do we know these certain terms, big words? No, we don't, because a lot of people don't want to do research. They're too lazy. You have to do,
Chris.
because there's certain
Chris.
words in there that nutritious facts and everything, what they put into foods and everything, it causes cancer. It causes diseases. You know, everyone, we have to do whatever we can, because I see a lot of people are walking around with a bunch of parasites.
Yeah, you know what? I'll be honest with you, man. The more you can detox your body, the more you can, tone it down with all those processed foods, the better chance you have to surviving, at least to a decent age. I think that someone said now that we have a shorter lifespan. That our indigenous people had a shorter lifespan than we do now. I think it's the opposite. We're the ones that have a shorter lifespan now because of all that stuff that you mentioned. So I agree 100% with what you're saying, bro.
I appreciate the call, Mega Man.
Thank you, brother.
All right, Gil, you guys take care.
We got there. Thank you.
So later, Michael Torres. So go down one or two. Smiley from East Los had a question. Actually, I wanted to ask this as well. Go down. Okay, there you go. Is there anything that helps people that get sleepy during the day, even though they get plenty of sleep? Is that just because we're getting old, bro?
Yeah, that can be. Nutrient deficiency can also be a big problem for people. And I think even though you think you're sleeping good, even though your body's resting, but your mind's overactive, I think that happens to a lot of people where we're not getting enough REM sleep or enough rapid eye movement sleep or deep sleep. I think you can be in between sleep and you wake up super tired, and throughout the day you even have less energy. But one of the biggest things is, detoxifying your gut, cleansing yourself, and then that way your body becomes more absorbable. Imagine your intestines. We have intestinal plaque or something blocking the absorbing part of the intestines, and you're not able to absorb anything. Once you clean your gut, you become more absorbable to all the good nutrients. But just the way you're able to absorb the good, you can also absorb the bad. So you have to be very careful.
Okay. Another one, facial acne.
Yeah, the gut, 100%. So whatever you see on the skin, you can see on the gut. If you want to take some burdock root, it's going to cleanse the blood. And if you want to detox your gut with our herbal detox capsules, I always recommend do it for 60 to 90 days. That's when you see the most results. If you can just be a little disciplined for 60 to 90 days, take some burdock root.
When you say discipline, you mean taking?
Yeah, taking and be more consistent and taking it daily. You get into the rhythm of taking these things, and just whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. Absolutely. If you're doing it 50% of the time, that's 50% of the healing that you're going to see.
Okay, now you got some notes in there. You got anything you want to?
Yeah, man. I wrote a bunch of notes here. I don't know.
What is that, bro? Is that an iPad? Or
no, this is it's called a Remarkable, just for notes.
I like
that, it's really cool. I mean, it could store tons of notes.
Christmas. All right, Chris. Christmas. I want one of those.
It's called Remarkable, bro. It costs about $10,000 for this little thing.
Oh,
no, it doesn't. Just
no, that's badass.
No, it's really good. It's good for you can do a whole bunch of stuff with this stuff.
That's just remarkable, bro.
Yeah, it is remarkable.
Okay, what you got over there?
Well, look, I wrote some notes down because these are things that I really want people to know about. Right now, you heard about the Black Plague, right? Back in the day, the Black Plague.
Yes.
Modern days Black Plague is diabetes, man. More and more people are contracting diabetes or getting diabetes because our body's overstimulated, our pancreas is not working hard enough, all the sugar in our body, and a whole bunch of issues that it causes. So I think most people don't realize that we're very prone to becoming diabetics fairly easy. I wrote some notes here. It says, this is just the Latinos, right? There's over 12.5 million Latinos in the U.S. that are living with diabetes. That's 1 in 5 people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's not including all the Americans, okay? Diabetes is the #1 cause of kidney failure in Latinos and other people, obviously. So you got to be very careful. Make sure you're doing your due diligence, taking the proper herbs, detoxifying your body every so often so you don't end up with kidney failure and end up on dialysis in the future. There are more dialysis offices popping up in the U.S. than ever before. If you sit there and get the Google map and just type in dialysis office, and you're gonna see all the little dots of all the dialysis offices, because people are starting to fall into that system, and once they get you in that system, it's very difficult to get yourself out.
Right.
So prevent it.
Now I've heard, and I don't know if you have the same opinion. I've heard from other people before. They've said, like, do what you can not to start taking insulin shots, bro. Because it's like that. Once they get you on that, you just stuck on it, or what?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's reversible, man. The people that put in the work, I've seen it. People reverse it, and it can. It's it's you got to put in some work. Obviously, number one is going to be diet. What are you putting into your body? Do you exercise? Do you have a healthy lifestyle? Do you sleep properly? Are you taking the proper herbs like nopal, milk thistle? You can take proteosa. If you want the blend, we got the sugar control capsules. If you were able to do that and clean your gut 2 to 3 times a year, most people should be able to reverse it.
Do you believe, like I'm gonna go off a little bit some of what Mega Man was saying. Do you believe that if they really wanted to cure cancer, they could yet, or do you think it's still
Cancer is already being cured? Cancer is already being cured, man.
But it seems like
you got to have some dinero, man.
It's kind of like AIDS.
Yeah, well, Magic Johnson ain't kicked the bucket yet.
Right? No, I saw a commercial yesterday, and I was like,
money,
man, how things have changed. Like, if
absolutely.
it is detected, you use this. If it's not, like nowadays, as long as you got money to buy the...
Well, yeah. I mean, you ain't got nobody hardly dying from COVID right now anyways. I mean, people are dying left and right. What happened there?
Allegedly. Before you couldn't say that, though.
Yeah.
They'll ban you.
Oh, they would.
So, what was your take on the whole COVID situation?
It helped us grow.
Oh, it helped you guys grow.
I guess that's the only good thing that came out of it. It helped these natural companies grow because people lost trust in the medical industry.
Okay.
Because they seen that you can see through their tricks, man. If you're awoke a little bit, you can see through their tricks.
I mean, it was definitely a sickness, but they just
I think it was just a harder form of a flu, and they had to name it something. You know what I mean?
Did you get it at all?
Yeah, no, thank God, none of our our customers did, but none of our employees, family, because we were all taking medicinal herbs.
Oh, I got that shit, bro.
I heard.
Oh, I got that shit, bro. I still didn't take the jab, but.
No, well, I wouldn't.
But the SDA's way, I was hurting, bro.
Yeah, I think I heard you talking about that on one of your episodes.
And then after that, I took an experimental drug to get rid of it.
Yeah?
No, dude, it was like 10 days of waking up with the worst hangover you've had in a very long time. And I would wake up the next day, still had it. I would wake up the next day, still had it. It was actually 9 days, bro.
Oh, wow.
And then they called me and they said, hey, we got this experiment. I think it was the one that, it was a real famous one. And I was like, yeah, I'll take it. And my wife's like, really? You're not going to take the shot, but you're going to take the experimental?
Well, I mean, shoot, at that point, you're probably all beat up and you're tired of feeling like that.
Oh, dude, yeah. That to me, it definitely was something hard. But as much as the shutdowns and all that stuff, man, it took us back years, man, especially with the kids in school.
Absolutely. I mean, I think even a lot of youngsters that were playing sports, like my daughter was playing softball, and that went out the window. By the time it was over, she was overage and she was no longer in it. So I think a lot of people lost those type of things, man.
Well, it did that. I also blame it for a lot of the crime that kicked in. I also blame it for a lot of the spike in gang activities and people joining gangs, because all of a sudden you got a bunch of inter-school kids that aren't going to school for the next 2 years.
True.
They got the block there and they're chilling, and the cops ain't doing anything. Everybody's pushing away. So what do? I'm gonna get in the hood, homie.
Yeah, I think the worst part of it was the mask, right? Everybody wearing a mask.
I hated those masks.
Having a pamper in your mouth all damn day.
Hey, and the panic, though. Americans are such panickers, bro. I mean, I would go to a stores and then I see a long line. I'm not going in. I'm not standing in line to go buy some food. But like, come on. No. And then I'll wait and I'll go back when it's mellow. But people were just freaking out. And the thing that tripped me out the most is everybody was scared how they're gonna wipe their butt, bro. Like,
yeah, didn't toilet paper cure COVID?
Yeah, I guess, bro. I guess.
How many people were buying it left and right, man?
But you guys were doing okay during the vid, huh?
Yeah, thank God we were, man. We were, and they didn't shut us down or anything, man. For glory to God, but they didn't shut us down.
They shut the churches down.
They did.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but we were sort of low key in it. You know what I mean?
A lot of people. I knew some barbershops that were like, all right. Okay.
Yeah, I think a bunch of barbers went home, right?
Yeah, you got to
working at home.
No, I saw some but they had their lights down, bro, and you had to fucking give a certain signal and knock.
Oh yeah.
But that's when the barbershops got us, bro. You got to be paying, like, for the whole get up, bro. You got to be paying about $85.
Oh, no, man. I don't pay no more than 35, bro.
No chingues, way.
Neta.
Shit, I'm going to Torrance, bro, to get my shit done.
My neighbor where my store's at, she's a very good barber, man.
Oh, yeah. Because after the vid, bro, the barbers went from 25 to like 45, $50.
Yeah, they did. Actually, they did.
And then everyone back down.
No, it never goes back down.
And then it never does.
Never does,
now,
man.
Jose, a lot of people, when we're talking a little bit off air, never see the struggle, bro.
Yeah.
They just see the success. They see this guy has a store. He's doing well. Things are going good. But, talk to us about, the business sense of it and how you got to struggle and how you position yourself into get up to a place where you're at, and now the business is going, everything's finally starting to go a little bit smooth for you.
Yeah, so in the beginning, it's a major learning curve. On there's no one sitting here telling me how to run a business, especially when you're creating one from the ground up. I'm very grateful to all our customers and every single one of you guys that's purchased something from us, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be where we're at. We're not where we want to be yet. I can see ourselves. I think we're barely scratching the surface on this stuff, man. God allowing, we have multiple stores throughout the country one day, and that's the plan. That's the plan. We'll leave it up to God on that.
That's right.
But it's something that you have to stay on top of. I thank God for my wife. I mean, this girl's the one that handles all the finances. She's very good at what she does. I have a great team, like I mentioned earlier, and I'm the one that's gonna create the ideas and put everything together. But she's the one that slows me down and says, "Hey, let's not spend this now, and let's worry about this first." You know what I mean? So they say, behind every great man, there's also a great woman, right?
Behind every good man, there's a great woman.
Absolutely, and I do take that to the heart, and I definitely respect.
I hear you on that one, bro.
But it's not easy, man. You got to make sure you're saving your money. We got employees, so we also responsible for our employees, which is something that we hold dear to our heart because it's family and friends. Yeah,
well, you also have rent to pay, bro.
We have a lot of rent to pay. I'm paying for a store in Bellflower that we're not even working out of yet. You know what I mean? It ain't easy.
Are you guys starting to get it going, or what's going on?
Yeah, I want to say a good maybe 4 months from now, we should get that baby going. It's going to be bigger than the Torrance store. I got a lot of surprises for you guys. I don't want to ruin any surprises, but we have a lot of good stuff coming out of there. If you're ready to detox, you're going to detox the right way.
Really? Mm-hmm. What's the website? Come on, Ruben G. Thanks for that question. Absolutely.
Aztlan. The name of our company is Aztlan Herbal Remedies. Just put .com at the end of that.
AztlanHerbalRemedies.com.
Aztlan Herbal Remedies.
He possibly may be one of our new sponsors over here.
Absolutely, Gil. That's what we were talking about earlier.
We'll get a commercial going and have people go your way.
Absolutely.
And that's the way we network and help each other build, bro.
I think enough of the hating on each other, man. It's time to elevate our people, bro. Man. I think we as Latinos, Mexicanos, we're always at the bottom of the barrel.
Yes.
And right now, I think, I forgot who said it, but in 2024, 83% or 85% or something like that of all the companies and entrepreneurs that were starting a company were Latinos.
Yes, absolutely. No, we're
on the rise.
Yeah, we're hustlers, bro.
Absolutely.
We're hotline. Yo. Shout out to the chat.
Hello.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, I was gonna ask you, Jose. I've been making ginger with honey and garlic.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems that it gives me a lot of energy. Instead of drinking a Red Bull, that's what I drink in the morning when I have nothing in my system. But then I get a headache.
Because what happens is that garlic, it could be a little too strong. Maybe add less garlic to it. Honey and ginger is good for detoxifying. So if you have toxins in your body and your body's trying to eliminate it, that can also be a sign of headaches. So you would have to sort of maybe tone down on the garlic. The ginger is perfectly fine. The honey is perfectly fine, but just tone it down a little bit on the garlic. Don't over exaggerate on the garlic.
Oh, okay. And then my second one is I want to order that smart gum from Amazon. Do you recommend it or no?
I apologize, man, but I don't know what that is,
Smart gum?
Smart gum? Can you elaborate a little?
It's I think the brand is Omni, or I don't know what the brand is, but it's smart gum. They had it on the Joe Rogan show. He has it a lot on his show. And he takes it.
Does it seem smart? I mean, if it's working,
Joe's also taking steroids, fool. Don't believe him.
Yeah, man. I don't want to comment on something I don't know about. To be honest with you, man, I'll look into it. But I mean, if it's something that's natural, I don't see how that can hurt you, man. But if it has a bunch of words in there that you can't pronounce, you're probably better off staying away from it.
Okay, and I got one more. My friend, he takes shrooms. Because I live in Santa Cruz and everybody over here does shrooms and everything, psychedelics.
Yeah.
But I don't. So I was going to ask you, he gave me a little bar of chocolate that he bought over the counter.
Mm-hmm.
But I still have it. I haven't taken it. What do you think about that? Should I take it or should I just throw it away and say, you know what? forget about that if it's not for me.
You can experiment with microdosing, man. So you might want to start taking small amounts of it and microdose. You don't need to feel those effects of, hallucinating and all that, and maybe build your way up slowly. You got to definitely build your way up. I wouldn't go in there and eat the whole chocolate bar before you're going to meet God himself, man. So I would definitely, I would definitely start microdosing with small amounts and work your way up, man. I mean, you're only going to benefit from, good cognitive health. You're going to get more connected to your spiritual side of things because psilocybin has those benefits.
Yeah, because I seen an interview with Oscar De La Hoya where he took a little bit of it and he was talking to his mom. I'm like, oh, that's a little bit too much for me if I take too much. You know what I mean?
Well, he also takes other things, so you might want to be careful.
Ese güey está en el polvo, güey.
La caspa del diablo. Just teasing, man. I'm a fan of his guy.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Oscar.
Yeah, shout out to Oscar, man.
Oh, okay, so that's what I wanted to ask you. You guys have a good one, and thank you very much.
God bless you, man. Thank you.
So that's how it is, right? www.aztlanherbalremedies.com.
That is right on the money, man. Thank you.
www. Chris, look at that, man. He's earning his money.
It's called World Wide Web.
The World Wide Web, right?
You forgot to put HTTP. No,
you did. No, he had it on there. No. He did. We got another one. Hotline.
Hey, what's up, Gil?
What's going on, brother? Who's this? Where you calling from?
This is Big Art from Santana.
Art from Santana. What's up, homeboy? Talk to us. We got Jose Torres in the building.
Man. I want to say what's up to everyone in the building, and I got a question for the homeboy right here talking now with the remedies and all that.
Yeah, shoot.
What's up?
Hey, bro, do you have anything like that you could recommend for psoriasis, bro?
Yes, sir, man. Absolutely. I would recommend you do a cleanse with our herbal detox capsules. It's going to help cleanse out the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas, intestines, your colon, and your lymphatic system. And you also want to include the Candida detox capsules because that's an antifungal. Anything on the skin, including eczema, dermatitis, and those type of things, I recommend doing antifungal. So the herbal detox, Candida detox, get some good probiotics inside of your gut to rebuild your gut flora. Cut out the sugar and all the bad carbs, man. I had similar issues, and that's exactly what I did. So the sugar, cut it out of your life, man. And I'm not really talking about sugar cane.
Cookies. And
fructose, any type of syrups and fructose and cookies and breads and pastas and rice and everything in between, man.
Todo lo bueno, güey.
I know, brother. I mean, the bueno, I think that's the problem with most of us is that we're overindulging in these type of things, man.
It gets addicting, bro. It's addictive.
It is exactly what you said. It is an addiction.
And where can I get these supplements, bro?
Go on Amazon, bro. Nah, man, just go on our website right here across the screen, bro. Go to my website, bro.
He's giving you a layup, fool.
Yeah. What's your website, homie?
AztlanHerbalRemedies.com.
Right there, it's on the screen.
It's on the screen.
Aztlan, all right.
Yeah.
Herbal Remedies.
Yeah, and type in the word herbal detox and Candida detox, and you'll see it there. I would recommend. Look, we have a deal, so you add more, you save more on our website. One bottle's cost you like $37 or so. But if you add 3 bottles to your cart, which is a 60-day supply, you're going to get them for $75. You get them for $25 per bottle. $75. If you can't invest that into your health, you got your priorities, mixed up.
Yeah, they'll buy fucking 24 pack of beer like nothing.
No, yeah, exactly, man. Get in there and get yourself first.
Our saying, health or beer, homie. Pues la cerveza, güey.
Ah, huevo. Nah, you got it, brother. Homie. Stick to that, man. Stick to that. Bless your herbs before you take them. Have faith in God's medicine, and do your due diligence and do your part at home.
Thanks for the call, Art.
Thank you, Art.
Hey, anytime, guys. Hey, you guys have a good one.
God bless you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right, likewise. Bye-bye.
I think you got to strain the importance of taking the pills, bro.
Absolutely, man.
But taking the medicine, you can't. I think that's the problem with a lot of people, and I see it all the time. Like, they don't take their stuff, bro.
Well, you can walk a horse to water, and they won't drink it, right?
Hotline.
All right.
Yes.
Hi, I wanted to ask a question.
Yeah, please.
Hi. So I'm from Wilmington, which is nearby.
Shout out to the harbor area.
What's up?
And I've gone to buy products before from him, and I just like to give a shout out to him that they're great products.
Appreciate it.
Nice.
I've took his detoxes. But I did have a question for my brother-in-law. He wanted to know what kind of symptoms or what can you see within yourself or your children, like health issues they're having that they need a detox that you would kind of notice?
So you're asking what herbs are good for kids, for children?
Yeah.
Is it
Or like what
specifically
kind of
for
symptoms would
detoxing?
they have? Yeah, what kind of symptoms they would have that you would say, oh, maybe my child needs a detox?
I think if you're dealing with concentration issues, your kids are bouncing off the wall, maybe dealing with some type of ADD, ADHD, they're not sleeping well, if they're dealing with anxiety, just like an adult, just like an adult. Just because they're children doesn't mean that they don't feel the same things that we do. We might be further along being unhealthy, I wouldn't recommend you detox your children unless they're like 12 or 10 or 12 years, and older. But if you have a child that's dealing with some type of health issue, we have a lot of good children remedy tinctures that are alcohol free, from parasite cleanses to, ashwagandha to calming their nervous system down, to herbs that help for cough and mucus and a whole bunch of stuff. So we have a nice little selection of children tinctures. I would also recommend you give them some good fiber and find yourself a good probiotic, because you'll be surprised how much probiotics actually help.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, great. Yeah, I just wanted to ask my brother-in-law. I had a few questions.
Sure.
But I did recommend you, and because I live nearby and I've gone to you before. Yeah,
he can always come into the store, talk to our staff. We'll walk you through it and we'll tell him exactly what to take.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the call.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And that's a real life customer.
Yes. We get a lot of those type of people coming in, talking to us, and they're feeling better. Now they're bringing their family members and stuff like that.
Before I forget, what are the days and store hours?
Monday through Saturday, we're from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay, banker hours.
Yeah, and if you want to do, go ahead.
Let's do this. Hotline.
Hello.
Yeah. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Calling from Whittier, California.
That's right. What's up, Whittier? Talk to us.
Hey, how's it going? First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to Jose Torres and his family, and the amazing shop he has. Very fortunate to have met you, man. I'm a pretty often customer that comes in and asks, 1,000 questions.
Dope, bro. Dope.
Who is it?
My name is Big John, man.
Yeah, I thought it was you. My wife's in the background like, that's Big John, man. What's up, Big John, man? Appreciate you, brother. You've been doing some good things, bro. You've been doing some good things for yourself over the past couple of years, man, and we've seen you change yourself, man, and you're doing really good, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. I couldn't be where I'm at now, with your guys' help. I feel like I have a testament to, be thankful and,
thank you, man.
Finding the herbs and, your guys' help and, the knowledge you guys share. Speaking of COVID a few minutes ago, I almost was one of those unfortunate ones that almost didn't make it out of the hospital. I was diagnosed with diabetes type 2, wasn't taking care of myself. And so I ran into Jose's herbal shop, on TikTok. That's how I, ended up finding Aztlan herbal remedies, and moving forward, can't be thankful enough to have gone through, taking a chance on you guys.
Yeah, and it warms my heart knowing that we got young people out there that are starting to wake up to these medicinal herbs. Big John's a young guy, man. He's a big young guy, big tall guy. And we've seen this guy. He's very into it. He always asking questions, and we actually really appreciate those kind of people because it tells us that they're actually putting in the effort.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate you, Big John. Thank you, man.
Yeah, of course. Thank you and your family. The amazing team you have at the store. Can't thank you guys enough.
I appreciate it, man. God
I do
bless
have
you,
a quick
bro.
question.
Absolutely. What's up?
Yeah, so in my scenario, I am a type 2 diabetic, and I'm taking medication, and I'm also taking, some of the stuff, like the sugar control capsules. I'm struggling just with, my morning numbers. Ideally they tell me that they want, the glucose levels in a certain range of anywhere from 90 to 120 in the mornings fasting. My doctor recommended me I should be eating at night, because my sugar, this is like the all-time lows I've had it, within more of a controlled range. You can average anywhere from like 120 to like 136. right before I go to bed. I wake up in the morning, my sugar is up to like 150, 160, and I don't know why it spikes. But she recommends I eat more before I go to bed, like something light, obviously. But I don't understand that concept of eating, past a certain time, before bed.
Well, I can tell you like this, Big John. The medical system puts everybody under one category, man. If you're past this number, this is what you are now. For everybody, man, we're all different. Your numbers might be higher than my numbers. My numbers might be higher than your numbers, But as far as eating before bed, the problem with that is that you're going to be digesting in the middle of the night when your body should be detoxifying in the middle of the night. So I'm not going to tell you to go against what your doctor's telling you to do, but you can start testing those things out for the next week or two to see how your body reacts to it. And if you see that your body's not reacting properly to it, then I would probably just test, maybe do away with that. You can also maybe before you go to bed, take the sugar control capsules. I believe you're already taking those. And then if you really want to take a tea, look into the insulina plant. That way, at least when you go to bed, you drink the insulina tea, say 30 minutes before bed, and test that out to see how you wake up in the morning. But don't always try to be at a perfect number, because that's very, very, very difficult to do. It's, I think, if your numbers are fluctuating up and down, that's a normal thing that happens with sugar. But I would also look into your A1C, which is the main number that they judge you by. If your A1C number's at 13, you got issues. If your number's down in the 7s and 6, you should be perfectly fine. You're going to survive like that for the rest of your life without a problem, man.
Okay. Yeah, the latest number, I don't mind sharing, but
Sure.
I went from a 13.9 to the last one I did was the second to previous was like an 11.9.
Oof.
Now I'm at a 10.6.
So you're improving.
So it's coming down.
It's coming down.
So I'm eating a little healthier, doing the right things, trying to move a little more,
Hey,
be more active.
you're a big guy, man. Start working out on your muscles, man, and build more muscle mass so your muscles can eat up all that sugar.
Okay, will do, man. And then, do you recommend anything like green tea or stuff like that to be drinking? Is it too harsh on the body?
You
Stay
can.
away from certain things.
I would say get a tea, but try to stay away from those teas that have caffeine. That's going to overstimulate your nervous system. You can drink some good green juices that you can make at home. Just don't over exaggerate with the kale and the spinach, because some of those things can cause kidney stones, believe it or not. Most people don't know that, but it can. Just, add a little fruit, not too much fruit, more greens than anything.
Okay, sounds
Cool.
good, man. I appreciate it.
Come by the store
Thank you for
anytime.
the
We'll chat
insight.
it up again, bro.
Thanks for the call, John.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
thank you, guys.
God bless, man.
Yeah,
Thank you,
you
bro.
guys have a good night.
You do
too.
the same.
That's dope, man. You can see the passion in these guys, the passion in you guys.
Thank you, man.
How do you handle that much? Because I know your Instagram's always full of, hey, man, what I need for this. Hey,
A lot of DMs. Late nights, huh, honey? Late nights, answering people, answering our emails, DMing, a lot of comments in the post that we put out there. We try to guide people the right way. Sometimes, that's cool.
This is what we want. We
That's
want
what it
phone
is.
calls, bro.
Bring them in.
Hotline.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
We doing good,
Good,
my man.
thank
Where
you.
you calling from? Who's this?
This is Young Mo from San Francisco. I have two questions, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah,
Of
please.
course. What's up,
Okay,
young Mo?
number one is if you have a recommendation as far as any kind of herb for acne, and the second part question is, do you have any other kind of herb or natural medicine to help after the first round in bed? Just to recover fast for a second round.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Those are great questions. The skin part, I would recommend burdock root. Burdock root is known as bardana, but you find it easy as burdock root. We have the capsule, we have the tincture. That's really good for cleansing the skin and cleansing the blood. That's one of the best for that, man. If you stick to it long enough, you're gonna have some really silky smooth skin eventually. Okay. Then again, detox the gut with the herbal detox to start improving that. As far as the manhood, I would recommend boost your testosterone levels naturally. We do have a tea called Masculino that you can take. We don't have on the website, so I know you're in San Francisco. You might want to call in and see if you can, place an order over the phone. We have a couple of pills called Natural Man. They look the shape of Viagra, but these are all natural. You can take herbs like Tunga Ali, horny goat. You can take maca root, which is really good for stimulating the sexual drive in the person. The natural man, it just naturally enhances you. And if you take 2 pills, you probably go a couple of rounds.
Now, so you take those pills prior, just like you would
like an hour before.
Okay.
And you make sure you do something about it, because if not, you're going to go to sleep with, that pito.
You're going to have a tent, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's really good as far as, masculine, testosterone and boosting that. So, I mean, just call in and ask for the natural man pills, and we should be able to ship it out to you. We just don't have it on the website because they forbid that.
There you go.
Right.
And the T masculino.
Right on. I appreciate the two answers, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you for the questions.
Thank you.
Right. Frisco, bro. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that do it. This information is great, bro. I love it. I love it.
If you were in my world, you would see how big of a problem it is, really, on how many people really are sick.
Oh, no.
That's a big problem.
No, America is a sick
country.
Sick, overweight. We got obesity problems. We got diabetes problems. Like this. Got another one. Chris is always late. There's all kind of issues in America, bro. Hotline.
Bueno.
¿Quién es?
Saludos.
Vale. Hey, I have a question. You guys have it? I just popped in to my phone and I saw you guys, but so for high blood pressure, what do you recommend?
Well, that's a tricky one, man. Just because high blood pressure can come in many ways. If you're having kidney issues, high blood pressure goes up. If you have gut issues, blood pressure goes up. If you have stress, blood pressure goes up. So it's a matter of not just one thing. It's a matter of doing a few things for yourself. Flush out your kidneys with palo azul, which is really good for flushing out toxins from the kidneys, any type of issues with your kidneys. You want to take the flor de manita. That's really good for lowering blood pressure issues naturally without having any stimulants.
What's that, flor de manita?
Flor de manita. It's also good for stress and anxiety, and it's really good for sleep. You can also take magnesium. So we have a product by the company Trace Minerals. Shout out to Trace Minerals. They put some good stuff out there. It's a blood pressure powder. You put that blood pressure powder in some water, you drink it, and your blood pressure normalizes. I think magnesium deficiency and potassium deficiency is one of the leading causes of high blood pressure. And that Trace Minerals product, which is called blood pressure powder, has magnesium, which is magnesium citrate, and it also has potassium, and they add additional trace minerals to it. Magnesium citrate, the benefit to that is because it helps the kidneys, and it tends to stabilize blood pressure issues, and also clean out your gut 2 to 3 times a year. You can use our herbal detox capsules for that, and you should be able to control it. I was on high blood pressure meds.
How long once you start taking this stuff, will you start seeing a difference? That way people don't believe it's just in one day.
Weeks? Once you cleanse the kidneys, you might feel maybe in about a week or 2. The blood pressure powder can work instantly. I gave him blood pressure powder to a friend. By the time he got home, he sent me his numbers, and they were back to normal.
Wow.
So an hour by the time he hit me up. Yeah. Amazing. Because you'll be surprised, most people are magnesium and potassium deficient.
Now, this is stuff you can get on your website?
Yeah. Okay. Just type in the word blood pressure.
This is on your website, bro?
Yeah. You type in.
I'm over here in Fresno, Cali. And I'm way up here.
We'll ship it out to you, bro. Website? Yeah, it's on the website. Just type. So look, on our website, we have a chat bot. It's a little chat bot, a little icon you can click on. You talk to it like if you're talking to us. Hey, what's good for blood pressure, chat bot? And it's going to tell you all the herbs that you should be taking. We simplified it. We simplified it for people.
Yeah, because I literally just logged in. I got on my phone, and then I saw this. What's your name, bro? I don't mean to.
Jose. Jose.
Oh, Jose. Okay, my bad, bro. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, because because I'm Mexican. I'm first generation, and like a bunch of my family, my dad has diabetes. It's the normal things, but as soon as you go in there to the doctor, you get on those fucking, whatever the pills are, or Ozempic and all this, he takes a shot. But I tell him,
that's a big no-no. Those Ozempic, man.
So yeah, exactly. So I tell him, like, deja la tortilla, eat better, you know, in my opinion, but yeah, like today, my daughter went to, my little girl, she's 5. She went to the, and this is the first time all the blood results came out perfect,
That's
but
good.
yeah, which is good. And but the thing is, like, she's only 5, and like having to see her, get a blood draw. Like, I was in the military, so blood draw is nothing to me, this and that. But to see your daughter like that, and that's why I think like a lot of people gotta push that natural, herbal,
remedies,
the herbal
remedies,
yeah, remedios,
Remedios, cabrón.
yeah, but yeah. Also, I gotta go because I'm
all right, fool. He's about to get caught.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold up. Do you support RFK Jr.?
I support anybody that's doing good for the American people and people in general.
I love it.
That's good. All right, bro. That's good.
Make America healthy again. It's not a political statement either. Okay,
No,
make America healthy again.
Dang, that good answer, bro. Good freaking answer. Put that on PBD podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you,
Thank
brother.
you, brother.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. You
Let's
just have a
go.
good night.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
All right, let's go. All right. Good night, man.
Going back, he mentioned Ozempic.
Yeah.
right?
I was gonna ask you that.
There's an Ozempic and Wegovy. These things that people are starting to take left and right.
The fads, bro. The fads.
Brother, I would recommend not to, man. We'll talk about this after.
Yeah, we will. If they let us talk about it.
Yeah, it's all good.
Hotline.
Hey, what's up? It's
He forgot his name. He forgot his name.
No, yeah.
Call yourself Richard, fool. Just say you're Richard, fool. What's up, Richard?
I'm Richard. No. This Spanky Spanks.
Big Spanks.
Sleepy Malo Canal.
What's up, Spanks? How we doing, brother?
Hey, what's up? Todo bien aquí, watching. Yeah.
That's
Hey,
right.
I had a question.
Sure.
Yeah, what's up, Richard?
What if he got for gout?
Oh, that's, you know what?
Gout on the knee.
No, I just gout in general, man. You have too much acidity in your body, man. You got to lower your acidity in your body. You can do that by taking palo azul. So palo azul is a cooling herb. It's a bark that you can either soak in water or you can simmer and drink about maybe 16 ounces of it once or twice per day. I would say twice a day if you're dealing with gout. It flushes uric acid out of the body and all these high acidities out of the body. And we have a gout vanish tea. So palo azul with a gout vanish tea would eliminate your gout, man. I've done it for a bunch of people, and it works really well. And palo azul is really good for the kidneys in general. Yeah, palo azul and gout vanish.
Okay, pues. That's all I had right now. Hey, Gil, saludos.
That's right.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you, man. God bless you, bro. Gracias. Cuídate.
Okay, buenas noches.
Igualmente. Gracias.
Okay, so let's get back to...
Yeah, so the Ozempic, man. So that's, come on, if you got people on TikTok selling Ozempic, what does that tell you about it? You know what I mean? So more and more people on the specific drugs coming out that is causing thyroid issues.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, yeah, and a few others, and we'll talk about it in a bit.
Is it let us?
Oh, yeah.
Hotline.
Yo, I'm sorry, it's Jacob again. I had a call before Jose leaves the podcast.
So, Jacob.
For sure, Jacob, let's do it.
Because I'm hearing everything he's talking about, and it's just blowing my mind. It's things that I knew, but the way he's breaking it down is so dope. But I have 2 questions.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna be 40 in 3 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, people my age hitting 40. Look, I still have full set of hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to lose my hair. I don't think nobody does. So my first question is, what do you recommend to keep the roots strong?
Mm-hmm.
Hitting older age. Like,
do you have balding in your family, like your father, your grandfather, or uncles, or something like that? You guys have a family of pelones?
My mom's side, they're full set of hair. My dad's side, it's some of them do, and yeah, some of them they're bald. But they went bald when they're like on their 20s, bro. You know what I mean?
I think you're past. I think you're already past that, man. Do you notice when you shower, you got a lot of hair falling off?
Nah, not really. I know hair falls off natural,
yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like and it regrows, but it's not like a lot of hair or nothing like that. But I mean, it's like I said, I still have full set of hair and everything.
He's just concerned, bro. He's about to hit 40.
Yeah. So I would recommend. Yeah, absolutely, man. We've been there, you know. So I would recommend take things that contain natural collagen, like seaweeds. You know, the whole sea moss everybody's talking about. You can take sea moss on the regular. It's going to give you the proper amounts of collagen. Look into biotin. Biotin's also another ingredient that people can take, and it's going to strengthen hair. We have a tea blend called Pelomax. Okay, it's called Pelomax. It's a tea with indigenous herbs. You can drink 30 days at a time. Take a break for 2 weeks. Do it another 30 days, and so on and so forth. And that'll strengthen your hair follicle and keeps your hair from falling out. So between the sea moss and the Pelomax, you should be all right.
Nice. Because there was another thing about like the ocean, right? Like the algae, like
yes, that's the seaweed that we're talking about. Yeah, it's called we call it Irish moss. It's a gel that we have, and we also have it in capsule. Type in the word Irish moss, and you'll see it come up on our website.
Okay, my second question. Okay, the 40 age, right? I've been slim my whole life, but just being concerned. So to keep a flat stomach, what do you like? Green drinks or ginger capsules, or what do you recommend to continue having the gut? So I mean the stomach's flat, you know, digesting, digestive system. You know what I mean? Like not to get. Not to gain weight.
Yeah, you're not trying to grow out your long cause or nothing. I would recommend intermittent fasting, man. So there's 24 hours in a day, but 16-hour window where you're not going to eat. Personally, my last meal is at 7 p.m., even earlier sometimes, and I don't eat the next day till maybe 12 or even 1 p.m. So I've been intermittent fasting for the past 9 years or so. So has my wife. She joined me about 6 years ago. And I can't get my longhas back even if I tried, all right? Because what happens is that you allow the body to eliminate and process all the stuff that you're putting into your body. It's the person that keeps packing it on every couple of hours that has problems losing weight. So you cut down the sugar, cut down the bad carbs, intermittent fasting, let your body burn fat for fuel instead of burning sugar for fuel. And then trust me, once you do that and detox your gut 2 to 3 times a year, you shouldn't have a problem, man.
What do you got to get your metabolism to go a little faster?
Metabolism, you wanna clean the gut, because the metabolisms, and most people that struggle with metabolism issues is when they have gut issues. So if you can keep your pipes clean, your metabolism should process things quicker.
Cool.
But as we age, metabolism does slow down. It's something naturally that happens, even though you don't want it to happen. You know, just you prevent it from coming quicker.
It's all downhill from there, brother.
Yeah, you're going downhill, bro. Sorry to tell you.
Enjoy your last 3 weeks, Jacob.
Yeah,
it's all. That's when all of a sudden the shit start hurting. Like, wait, when you hit 40, it's like you hit 100,000 miles in the car, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Gil, I was having hope right now for a minute, but damn.
People don't like me because I tell the truth. The truth hurts, homie. 40,000 is 100,000 miles in the car, bro. The warranty is expired, bro.
Absolutely, man.
Go ahead, buddy.
I just want to say something real quick. Everybody that's listening to this podcast right now, we should appreciate and thank Jose and Gil for giving.
Thank you guys, man.
Thank you. Time. Because without this episode, bro, if we don't do something about it, all you viewers and listeners out there, he's giving us knowledge that nobody else will.
Thank you, man. I appreciate this man right here for giving us the platform, man, because he does have a lot of people that gravitate to what he says. So it's just adding another notch on the belt, man.
All praise to God, baby.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, and Gil, well, I mean, he does get a lot of hate from a lot of people from wherever they're at, but. Bro, but I know he put in his work, and then your time too. You're spending time over here on the podcast away from your family and Gil like that too.
Well,
so if we don't do anything like that and we don't appreciate it, come on.
If you're not being hated on, you ain't doing nothing, man.
That's their loss. Hey, Jacob, appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Jacob. God bless you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, likewise. You guys have a good one.
You too.
El Chaparrito 86 said, I bought the gut detox. The stuff works, bro.
Oh, yeah, man. It does work.
Now, does that detox... Do you have to use the bathroom like constantly?
No, it's not one of those. No, I could have made it strong and had you in the bathroom all day, but I'm not a big fan of those type of detoxes.
Okay.
If you're gonna do something, it's gonna be gentle. Imagine the way to fill up a bucket is a drop at a time.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And if you go too aggressive, you're going to push out too many minerals out of your body. You're going to get dehydrated. If you're most likely you're already dehydrated, most people are, and you're going to have more gut issues than you may think. You may be hurting yourself more by going too aggressive. And what people don't realize is that if you kill off too many of these funguses and bad bacteria out of the body, what happens is you develop what is called a healing crisis, Herx effect, or even Herxmeyer effect, where the digestive system is in your body's dying off all these bad things, and your body's not able to eliminate it fast enough. And what happens is that your kidneys can't process all that die off. You start retoxing all those toxins back into your body. So that's why I'm a big believer of detoxing your body 60 to 90 days. You can't expect 30 years of damage to go away in a month. It's going to take sometimes up to 3 to 6 months for the person to see a big difference. The more you stick to it, the more you're consistent, the better results you're going to get.
Okay, dope, man. Now, we got 2 questions here.
Yeah.
What's good for circulation? And the other one, Joey Knuckles, what's your take on, what is that, berberine? Berberine?
Yeah, so circulation-wise, I would recommend looking to take in things that contain high concentrations of iron, like herbs, sarsaparilla, yellow dock and burdock root. No,
Okay.
talk about that one.
Let's get that number.
Let's get that.
Hotline.
Hello?
Yeah. Can
Hello.
you turn the TV off in the background, please?
Turn off the novelas.
Turn off the TV. I mean the volume.
Or just, the volume. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We got Jose over here, Aztlan Herbalist. Talk to us.
Yeah, hi. First of all, I wanted to let you know that I've always been very skeptical about the herbal remedies, but listening to you has me very intrigued, and I would like to know if you have any suggestions for a couple of things.
Sure.
The first one is sinusitis.
Mm-hmm.
I've had issues with this for several years now, so I'm wondering if there's anything that you would recommend that I can take for it.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to look into the herb called ortiga, or other words known as stinging nettle. It's one of the best for allergies, one of the best for sinuses. I would recommend taking either the raw plant, making it into a tea and drinking it daily, or take our capsules that we have to offer, 3 to 4 capsules per day. It's probably the best natural antihistamine that you can take, and it's going to alleviate a lot of those sinus issues, sinus pressure, and seasonal allergies.
Oh, okay.
It's called nettle.
Okay, and
nettle.
then okay, thanks. And then the next thing is Hashimoto's. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, it tells me that you have a low functioning thyroid. I would recommend seaweed, sea moss, 100%. Look into taking Irish moss. Look into taking bladderwrack. Look into our 102 mineral capsules, which has both of those and burdock root, and that'll help balance out your thyroid. So you need to take more iodine, natural iodine, not synthetic iodine, natural iodine that comes out of seaweeds, and that'll take care of your Hashimoto's.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate the call.
Take care.
Now, I got to let some of the audience know that you can actually schedule an appointment with Jose at the store. He'll go in there and you can get all this you can get this one-on-one and have this conversation.
Yes, absolutely. So we offer a body scan. If you really want to go down that path, you don't have to come into our store to, you don't require a body scan to come talk to us. Anybody in my staff can help you and definitely give you the right recommendation, trained by myself and my wife. And, our staff members, they're very knowledgeable over the years of working with people. And, they're right there, shoulder to shoulder with us.
Now, she has a point, the last caller, that she says she's very skeptical. Because there's a lot of people who are very skeptical of this stuff. What do you say to somebody that
we get that? We get that often, people that have questions. And it's okay to be skeptical because, you don't want to just jump in head first at something just because somebody's saying something. But you also have to understand that these herbs were put on this planet, by God himself. We tend to think that we're smarter than God. God already laid the plan down for us. It's up to us to be able to take that. And not only that, herbs have survived for thousands of generations, and people have healed themselves traditionally with medicinal plants. So just know that you won't be the first one taking it.
Absolutely. And my family actually requested some of the stuff for you to bring over here because it works.
It works. Yeah.
It works,
yeah,
bro.
Absolutely.
But the thing is, you got to do it. It's like getting a gym membership, but you never go to the gym, and you say this shit don't work.
Of course, man. You're not gonna swell up if you're never working out.
Yeah, if Jose's giving you, you know, a remedy and pills or CMOS, you gotta take it, because a lot of people will take 1 or 2 pills and after that, I don't know, sirve, pues no la usas, güey.
I would tell you, I had that habit in the beginning, and I wasn't so consistent. Now I have the habit of putting my car keys where my herbs are at. So whenever I leave the house, I gotta grab my herbs and I don't miss it.
That's what I do, bro. I put them right there.
That's the other type of herb. Can smell it from here. No.
Well, you can take the number down, Chris. So, like I told you behind the scenes, Jose, I offered Jose a spot over here whenever he wants to come on.
Sir.
Chris, he's gonna get your number. Just don't call Chris after midnight, bro. I don't want to hear, hey, dude, this was giving me some crazy calls because he took palo de pito and shit. You can call Chris. You can come in here. I don't even have to be here, Jose. You and your wife come in here, your family, sit here, use the platform to help educate the people.
I appreciate that. Exactly what you said, man. That means the world to me. You know, it tells me that you're about helping people.
Absolutely,
I think that's always been a part of you, and that's the part that I appreciate from you. You've been very open. You've been very welcoming to me from the very get-go. And, you know, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you for
sure,
that.
brother.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. And I love what you're doing, bro. I believe in what you're doing. Like I said, this platform's offered to you for free. You come in here whenever you guys want. So if he doesn't come back within a month, don't talk to me. You guys hit him up on IG. Say, hey, when are you gonna go back to American Cholo?
What do you think, familia? Should we start a little podcast and start awakening up our people,
and then we'll put your logo back here.
Absolutely, man. That's sweet the way he has it set up, man. This is my dream right here.
We'll put the Aztlan logo. But this could be you too.
It can be. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
Free of charge. Just get at Chris though and schedule it with Chris.
I will.
And Chris will do it. And with that, brother, I just want to thank you so much for driving this far out here. Yeah. All this, you know, beautiful LA traffic.
I love it, man. If it was up to me, I'd probably be asleep all the way up here. But you know, you got to drive and make sure you're dodging and weaving all these cars out here in LA, man.
And shout out to the Dodgers. I don't know if they want or not.
The Dodgers. What's up? Shout out to the Dodgers.
Shout out to the Dodgers. Appreciate the chat. Appreciate you guys coming in. I appreciate all the phone calls, all the love, and us just getting here, inform, motivate, and educate, man. Go ahead and look over there. Let them know where they can find you and everything else.
Well, guys, if you guys didn't get your questions answered and you guys want to reach out to me or my wife directly, email us to info@aztlanherbalremedies.com. That's info@aztlanherbalremedies.com. Drop a DM in any of our social media. Drop a question out in the comments, and con mucho gusto we'll go in there and respond to you guys. Go follow me under Indigenous Herbalist on Instagram. Follow me under Indigenous Herbalist on Instagram. Check me out also on TikTok. We have a larger following there. Go follow our company page, Aztlan Herbal Remedies. And if you're looking to come into the store, our address is 21720 South Vermont Avenue, Suite 111. Just look for the Aztlan Pyramid up on top, and you're going to see us there. We're available Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it was my pleasure answering you guys' service, and we'll definitely be back.
And with that, Chris, we are out, man. I appreciate you guys.
Saludos,
One love.
God bless you all, man. I appreciate you.
That's what I'm talking about, brother. Shit, wait.